get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a big turnover there. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
And his throw here's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Complete to
a 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's going to fire one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And this, a 10-point game as they've reached halftime. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
At the Broncos' 28-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 31.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
4-yard gain on the play.
That one goes for 24 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team...
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
11 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.